Brought to you by DK Audio.
DK Audio presents Birds and Beasts, Enchanting Tales of India, a retelling, read by Sartaj Garewal, foreword written and read by Shonali Bendra Bell. Foreword. Our stories make us who we are. Storytelling has been such an integral part of society and culture, with stories passed down from generation to generation, to the stories our grandparents tell us and the ones we tell our kids at bedtime. Stories with moral values about the origin of how the world was created, the ones of kings and kingdoms, gods and goddesses. They have strengthened familial bonds, taught us lessons, and shaped our personalities. India is a treasure trove of these tales, some well-known and others hidden gems. This audiobook endeavors to highlight those stories in a compilation of folk tales and folklore of animals, monsters, and birds. It is also an attempt to preserve cultural beliefs and tribal folklore, which are quickly being forgotten. What I love about Birds and Beasts, Enchanting Tales of India, a retelling, is that the stories are magical and mystical. A delight to read, the book opens our eyes to stories sourced from all across India, from the Khasi people in the northeast to the Lingayat community of Karnataka. It also includes stories from ancient texts such as the Ramayana, Mahabharata, Hitopadesha, and more, as well as those recorded by the British. With this, let's remember the diverse beliefs, cultures, and traditions that make India so beautiful and vibrant. With this, let's remember who we are. Sonali Bendra Bell, actor, author, bibliophile, and founder of Sonali's Book Club. How Butterflies Were Born, a myth from the Parenga tribe of Odisha. 20. The Animal World, Tribal Myths of Orissa by Verrier Elwin. London, Oxford University Press, 1954. Retold by Chitra Subramanian. Satyadai, the young daughter of Lakshmi, the goddess of prosperity and wealth, stepped out of her home, closed her eyes, and took a deep breath. The white flowers were in full bloom, like little stars in a sea of green, and their intoxicating fragrance enveloped her. You are the real queen of the night. You are too pretty to be ignored, thought Satyadai, reaching for the flowers, and gently wove the white blossoms into her jet-black hair. It soon looked like the night sky had descended on earth. She heard her friends call out her name, and looked up to see them waiting for her at the end of the lane. That evening, they were going to the neighboring village for a festival. The girls half-danced all the way there, and stayed through the night till the very end. As they returned home, chattering among themselves, Satyadai felt something tickle the back of her neck. She reached up and felt the velvety petals of the flowers. They were wilting and about to fall. She held back the tears that gathered in her eyes. These flowers were far too exquisite to fade away. So she took them from her hair and cradled them in her hands, careful not to tear the petals. When she reached home, she stood at the door and looked up to the heavens. Dawn was breaking, and the sky was turning golden. She smiled and whispered to the flowers in her hands, "You are far too pretty, far too precious to fall on the ground." So saying, she blew on them, her breath like a gentle breeze on a spring morning. As if by magic, the petals fell away, transforming into butterflies. Some were big and some tinier than Satyadai's little finger. Some were white as snow, and others had black spots. Then, when the sun rose and its rays fell on the little creatures, their wings transformed into different hues of the rainbow. The butterflies fluttered their wings and flew away in search of nectar. The Helpful Chameleon, a Parsi oral tale. An oral tale passed.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?